Hello, second grade. Welcome to another scientific investigation in our solids and liquids unit. For this investigation, we are going to take all of the knowledge that we have about solids and liquids, and we are going to use that to help us to investigate what happens when solids are mixed with liquids. So today we're going to start by taking a look at all of the different materials that we will be working with over the next couple days, and we're going to make some observations and predictions about what we think will happen when water is mixed with these solid materials. So let's begin. Our first solid material that we will be working with are these guys here. And you may have seen these before because this is actually something you can eat. These are raisins. So in our investigation, we will be mixing raisins with water, and we're going to find out what happens when we leave raisins in water over a certain period of time. So I want you to make some predictions. I want you to think, what do you think will happen based on your own experiences or what you know about solids so far? So here's a close-up of the raisins, and then you can make your predictions. Now let's move on to our next solid material. Okay, in our bag now we have our next solid material, which is something a lot of you may have seen over Christmas time. This is a candy cane mint. So we have a mint here, and maybe some of you have even tried this experiment at home yourself before without even knowing. What do you think will happen if we put water inside of this bag with the mint inside? And I also want you to think, when you're making your predictions, what happens when you put a mint in your mouth? What happens when this solid is mixed with a liquid? Make your predictions, and we'll move on to our next solid material. Okay, we have number 3. This may be something you have seen before because we actually looked at this solid material in our last investigation. These are our mung beans. Mung beans. So with our mung beans, we are going to be looking at them a little bit differently this time, because instead of looking at them inside of the bottles and seeing how they move and shake, we're actually going to be looking at how water reacts when this solid is combined with it. So just to give you a little background on these mung beans, they are very hard, not easy to break at all, and they're small and round. So what do you think will happen if I put these hard, small, round mung beans inside water? Will it stay the same? Will it change? Will something happen to it? Will it change color? Make your predictions, because we're going to find out in our investigation. Our next solid we have here is something you all are very familiar with. What do you think this is? This is rice. Yes, we will be working with rice, and I think a lot of you may already know what happens when we put rice inside of water, because we use water to cook our rice every time that we have to eat it. So I think your predictions for this one may be right on target. So think about your experiences at home and some of the things that you have experienced maybe in other ways in our environment with these types of materials, and use that to help you to make your predictions. And then we're going to move on to our last solid material. Okay, our last solid material that we have here is a wooden stick. Yes, we're going to be putting a stick inside of water to find out what happens when this solid is mixed with a liquid. So as you can tell from past experiences and also from what we have here, a stick is very hard, not easy to break at all unless you put a lot of pressure onto it. And this stick actually has color to it. So it is yellow. And in our experiment, I will be putting some water inside, and we're going to watch what happens when this yellow stick is mixed with water and left overnight. So there you have it, boys and girls. We have 5 different materials that we will be working with in our investigation for this next coming week. So I want you to make your predictions, and I want you to come back and look for another video showing what happens when liquids are mixed with solids and left overnight or for a long period of time.